Good afternoon and welcome to Poetry for Peace. And we're going to begin with the Techniques of Poetry class directed by Duriel Harris. And the first person up is Allie Friedman.
Poetry!
Okay, I'm going to read a poem called Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. Now we will count to 12. We will all keep still. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. It would be an exotic moment. Without rush, without engines, we would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Those who prepared green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade, doing nothing. What I want should not be confused with tonal inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving, and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. Perhaps the earth can teach us, as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Now, I'll count up to 12, and you keep quiet, and I will go.
This poem's called Soul's Revival. It's by Margaret Valentine. The clouds opened up and gave me today the light shining through, the golden sun a million rays, like light bouncing off a costly crystal. The wonderful warmth initiates a life from within, a glimpse of nature, a taste of peace, the eternal beauty ever so serene. The air, succulent and sweet, fills my lungs to capacity. The breeze steals the grief. The waves take the pain. Life seems at peace after a turbulent storm, and all seems noiseless, slow and still. And I am at peace.
Next up, we have John Miller.
Hi, this is a poem called Naming of Parts. It's a piece by Henry Reed from 1946. Today we have naming of parts. Yesterday we had daily cleaning, and tomorrow morning we shall have what to do after firing. But today we have naming of parts. Japonica glistens like coral in all the neighboring gardens, and today we have naming of parts. This is the lower sling swivel, and this is the upper sling swivel, whose use you will see when you are given your slings. And this is the piling swivel, which you, in your case, you have not got. The branches hold in the gardens their silent, eloquent gestures, which in our case, we have not got. This is the safety catch, which is always released with an easy flick of the thumb. And please do not let me see anyone using his finger. You can do it quite easy if you have any strength in your thumb. The blossoms are fragile and motionless, never letting anyone see any of them using their finger. And this, you can see, is the bowl. The purpose of this is to open the breech. As you see, we can slide it rapidly backwards and forwards. We call this easing the spring. And rapidly backwards and forwards, the early bees are assaulting and fumbling the flowers. They call it easing the spring. They call it easing the spring. It is perfectly easy if you have any strength in your thumb, like the bowl and the breech and the cocking piece and the point of balance, which in our case we have not got, and the almond blossom, sound in all of the gardens, and the bees going backwards and forwards. For today we have naming of parts. Thanks.
I chose a poem by Pablo Neruda. It's called In Search to America, 1800. Our land, wide land, wilderness, was filled with murmurs, arms, mouths, A mute syllable kept burning, congregating the clandestine groves until the meadows shook, trampled by metals and gallows. Truth was hard as a plowshare. It broke the earth, established desire, sank in its germinal propaganda, and was born in the secret springtime. Its flower was silent, its gathering of light repulsed, the collective yeast, the hidden banners' kiss, was beaten back, but it rose up, breaking the walls, uprooting the jails from the soil. The dark race, its cup, received the repulsed substance, dispersed it in the marine limits, crushed it in indomitable mortars, and it emerged with its pages hammered, and springtime on the road. Yesterday's hour, noontime, today's hour again. Hour awaited, between the minute expired and the newborn, and the bristling age of the lie. O homeland born of woodcutters, of unbaptized children, carpenters, those who gave, like a rare bird, a drop of winged blood, today you'll be born harshly, once the traitor and the jailer believe you're submerged forever. Today, as then, you'll be born of the people. Today, you'll emerge from the cold and the dew. Today, you'll come to shake the doors with bruised hands, with bits of surviving soul, with clusters of expressions that death did not extinguish, with intractable tools hidden beneath your tatters.
To read a poem of mine, but still a draft. So instead, I will read Monologue for an Onion by Susan Walken. I don't mean to make you cry. I mean nothing, but this has not kept you from peeling away my body, layer by layer. The tears cloud in your eyes as the table fills with hot cut flesh, all the debris of pursuit. Poor deluded human, you seek my heart. Hunt all you want. Beneath each skin of mine lies another skin. I am pure onion, pure union, of outside and in, surface and secret core. Look at you, chopping and beating, idiot. Is this the way you go through life, your mind, a stopless knife, driven by your fantasy of truth, of lasting union, slashing away skin after skin from things, ruin and tears your only signs of progress? Enough is enough. You must not grieve that the world is glimpsed through veils. How else can it be seen? How will you rip away the veil of the eye, the veil that you are, you who want to grasp the heart of things, hungry to know where meaning lies? Taste what you hold in your hands, onion juice, yellow peels, like stinging shreds. You are the one in pieces. Whatever you need to love and meaning to, you change yourself. You are not who you are. You're so cut moment to moment by a blade, a fresh desire, the ground swung with abandoned skins. And at your inmost circle, what? A core that is not known. Poor fool, you are divided at the heart, lost in its maze of chambers, blood, and love. A heart that will one day beat you to death. Okay, next up is Shirley Chambers.
I chose to do a piece by Langston Hughes, Daybreak in Alabama. When I get to be a composer, I'm going to write me some music about daybreak in Alabama. I'm going to put the prettiest song in it, rising out of the grounds like a swamp mist, and falling out of heaven like a soft dew. I'm going to put some tall trees in it, and the scent of pine needles, and the smell of red clay after rain. And the scent of pine needles, and the smell of red clay after rain. And long red necks and poppy-colored faces and big brown hearts, and the field daisy eyes of black and white people, and I'm going to put white hands and black hands and brown hands and yellow hands. A red clay with hands in it, touching everybody with kind fingers and touching each other natural as you. In the dawn of music, when I get to be a composer, I write about daybreak in Alabama. Thank you.